Here, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about real-world assets, specifically Centrifuge, and how to become a Centrifuge millionaire. Now, before we get into talking about all of that, I would like to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. We're on the road to 20K subscribers, so if you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video. Comment what you think about Centrifuge in the comment section down below. And while you guys are down there, you guys can hit that link to join in that crypto conversation we're having daily on Discord. And as you guys join the Discord, you guys can obviously ask me questions on how to get into some upcoming project private sales, because we have been getting into some bangers, right? And if you guys do not want to miss out on any of those bangers, join that Patreon, join the Discord, and let's get right into the video, guys. So with the Bitcoin ETF finally being approved, Larry Fink has been talking about tokenization a lot lately. He's been talking about tokenization and tokenized identities, right? So there's a lot of things that he's going to be talking about when it comes down to tokenization. But because he's out here now bringing this topic up, this also is now going to bring up the whole idea of real world assets. Once again, it's going to bring it up to the forefront. Real world assets as a category right now is at a $2.2 billion market cap. And as you guys can see, Centrifuge is actually at the top of all real world asset altcoins as of right now, with the highest market cap of $306 million, right? There's a lot of good real world asset altcoins in here. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. IX swap is actually starting to become one of those that people are starting to talk about. I did look into Chex token for a little bit, but there's a lot of real world assets for you guys to actually be able to capture all hype that will be coming into real world assets as a narrative, right? So looking at Centrifuge today, for those that do not know, Centrifuge is a decentralized asset financing protocol that aims to bridge the gap between decentralized finance and real world assets. These guys also had brought in a big partnership with MakerDAO, and this actually has been working on real world assets for a while. Centrifuge is sitting at 65 cents, down 5.9%. I already told you guys the market cap. Fully diluted market cap isn't too bad, because the a lot of the circulating supply is actually out, right? Way over 50% of the supply is out, so things is looking good for it as of right now. And it's in the Polkadot ecosystem, so you guys know I'm a big fan of the Polkadot ecosystem and what Centrifuge is actually building out over there, right? So a year ago, you guys could have got this around 13 cents, and it's up around 3.6x from its lows there. But its all-time high was $15.98. Let's just say that is $16. So of course the first price target for Centrifuge would be $16. That is an upside of 23x as of right now, putting Centrifuge at a $7.5 billion market cap, right? Where you would need 42K to essentially become a millionaire off of Centrifuge. Now I believe Centrifuge has the opportunity to go higher than the $7.5 billion market cap. Now, Master of RWA has put out a crazy in-depth thread on Centrifuge, which is going to be the only thread you're going to need for Centrifuge to understand what it's doing. And he does this by simply answering 7 questions about Centrifuge. What is Centrifuge? Centrifuge is a digital marketplace where businesses, especially smaller ones, can get a loan easily. And what does Centrifuge solve as of right now? Centrifuge is essentially cutting out the middleman, which allows businesses to deal directly with lenders. It is like buying straight from the producer and not the store. You have transparent deals because everything is pretty much on the blockchain, right? Accessible to all. And why is Centrifuge needed? Now, Centrifuge solves a big problem within business, right? It levels the playing field in finance, making it fair, transparent, and accessible to smaller businesses. Now, for time's sake, I won't be going over everything that he has put on this thread here, but I'm just going to highlight this last thing here. Is why will Centrifuge join the top 10 cryptocurrencies, right? Now, I don't think it's going to be in the top 10, but I do have the opinion of that it could be in the top 50, from the top 100 to top 50, right? With this ability to transform how businesses are accessing funding, investors diversifying their portfolio, Centrifuge is actually poised for significant growth. So I agree with the master of RWAs here. And me thinking that Centrifuge is actually going to be a top 100 to top 50 altcoin, I think this has a lot of room to run within this space as of right now. People may look at Centrifuge market cap of 300 million and call it a mid cap and think there's not a lot of room for it to run, but I believe there's a lot of room for Centrifuge to actually run, which is why, let's say it just 2x's from that previous all-time high that it had of, let's just say $16. That puts it at a new price of $32, right, where the market cap will be $14.9 billion, where you would just need roughly $20,000, $23,000 to become a millionaire. Of course, just under 23,000 to become a millionaire, right? And I think there's a lot that these guys are actually building, which is why they actually put out some threads of their own. So for their Q4 of 2023 recap, they put this out here. Frax, Aave, Web3 Foundation all get behind real world assets. So Frax voted yes to move $20 million of stablecoin collateral into RWAs on Centrifuge. The Web3 Foundation allocated $1 million of their treasury to RWAs on Centrifuge. They are both joining Aave, who voted yes to allocate $1 million of their treasury into the RWAs on Centrifuge this year. They have added liquidity pools onto Arbitrum and Base and Sellout. Now, I think the Base one is going to be a big one, as I think there's going to be a lot of hype going into Coinbase and Base itself this year as well. In Q4, we went live on Arbitrum, Base, and Sellout. In 2024, we plan to scale to all chains that have interest and demand for real world assets. This is huge, guys. That is huge. They're looking to get onto a lot of chains here. And lastly, they have extended their pair chain lease for another 24 months with a self-funded they self-funded their own 24-month pair chain lease on Polkadot. So now let's just say it just gets to $50, right? $50 in price this year, or this bull run, we should say, right? That puts it at a market cap of $23.3 billion. And right now, that does seem very crazy to hear, right? Because that is an upside of 75x from these prices. But $23 billion as of right now is pretty high, just because of the market that we're in right now, where you can see that if you looked at a market cap of $23 billion, it'll just be above Cardano in terms of like market cap as of right now. But I do think that is going to change going into the bull market, unless a lot of money is going to come into these top altcoins. So if it did hit a $23 billion market cap, you would just need $13,000 to actually become a millionaire just off of this one play here, right? But I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is a little too far-fetched when it comes down to Centrifuge and with the hype of RWAs? You guys let me know in the comment section down below. Of course, do not take any of this as financial advice. You just take all of this with a grain of salt for entertainment, of course. Right, we're on the road to 20K subscribers, so if you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.